What's going on, guys? Sega Man back with another video. We're going to have a little bit of a talk and discussion in this video, man, about current events that been going on out here in the Xbox gaming community. A lot of news came down that we talked about on our podcast. My brother, made a great video about the ABK deal. My brother Sega Forever been out here in these Xbox gaming streets really putting the truth down, man, about what's going on with the ABK. And also, of course, my brother Unlimited Productions that have been putting it down out here in these Xbox gaming streets, man. Facts, man. And the realist. The realist is, the realist has been on point too, man. I want to give a big shout out to the realist, man. He rocks out with New Legal and his crew. So I want to give a big shout out to the realist, man. He's a really a cool Xbox brother, man. And I like rocking out with him and chopping up game with the realist, man. So big shout out to the realist and also to the first lady of chat, our lady, Dia, 4568. Big shots out to Miss Dia, the first lady of chat. But we're going to talk a little bit, man. And I don't want to make the video too long. This is just my raw thoughts about everything that's been going on. And what the pony bots and the trolls got to understand is that you clowning this ABK deal, it does nothing. It does nothing at all. The true Xbotians, you don't bother us at all. I don't know if you guys can really comprehend or understand that. You guys don't bother us at all. We're allowed to make videos and podcasts about how we feel about the decision of what's going on. And over there in London, England, the UK, blocking the ABK deal. I'm not out here crying about it. I'm allowed to give my opinion about what's going on out here about the deal and my thoughts on it. And I'm going to tell you guys one more time. They could try to block it all they want, but I believe that the deal is still going to go through. Microsoft is still going to acquire Activision Blizzard. Activision is totally on board with this too. They're backing Microsoft and Xbox. They don't have no doubts about it. They're backing it 100%. See, the problem comes in where you guys are stupid is that Activision is wholeheartedly blaming Sony for this. And it's going to look bad on Sony. It already does look bad on Sony. It looks very bad on Sony as a company and a gaming business. Nobody cares about how many consoles they got out there. Consoles are not really relevant out here when it comes to competition. It's the software. It's about gaming. It's the software. It's not about how many consoles that you have out here. It doesn't matter if Xbox or Microsoft is in third place. It's the best value for your buck right now is the Xbox console. Ultimate Game Pass. It's the best value right now for true gamers. See, we don't play companies. We play games. And that's something that your company is lacking in very much. Because if they weren't lacking in software and gaming, they wouldn't be fighting so hard for this ABK deal. That's what you guys fail to understand. Activision, Activision is their bread and butter. Call of Duty is their bread and butter. It is an absolute shame that PlayStation that's been out before some of you guys were born. I was already here in a collector when the first PlayStation came out. And at the time, yes, they did dominate and they had money to burn. Yes, they did. Okay, I wasn't a Sony fan. I didn't hate Sony PlayStation, but I wasn't a Sony fan. I was a Sega Saturn fan. And I kept being a Sega Saturn fan until it went out of existence. I kept being a fan of Dreamcast until it went out of existence. I didn't turncoat to PlayStation. I didn't like what PlayStation had to offer as a gamer. I've played their games and tried their games when the first PlayStation was out, and I wasn't impressed. That's just me. I wasn't impressed. Okay? I just wasn't. I didn't like Gran Turismo. Tekken was okay. I'll give Sony that. Tekken was okay, and their shoot-'em-ups were good, but I wasn't a big fan of Sony. Not trying to take nothing away from what Sony did back in the past. You know, what they contributed to gaming with some of the games that they had. But they had bad business practices back then also. He-Bot has brought that up numerous times on videos that he has done in the past in his archives. He's brought it up plenty of times. People like E-Rock, me, He-Bot, Other Zinc, Unlimited Productions, Dia, Sega Forever, all of us. We have knowledge about gaming. We don't just come out here and troll or spew narratives about gaming. And what Sony is doing, you made a really bad, very bad enemy. Activision is an enemy now of you because of you doing this. They're not going to play fair with you now anymore, Sony, because Sony did not care about nothing at all except wanting to get this deal blocked because the hatred that they have for Microsoft and Xbox. Because they know that Xbox is beating their ass when it comes to gaming software. They're whipping their ass. They have nothing to back up. What are they going to back up on? God of War, one and done. Last of Us, one and done. Spider-Man, one and done. Wolverine is nowhere to be seen. You guys have nothing to play over there. You really don't have nothing to really that has any longevity. None of your games, Sony, has longevity. Okay? They don't. None of them. The only game that has longevity for you right now is Destiny, which you're not really worried about Destiny, and Activision, which is not your company that you own, with Call of Duty that's not your IP. Now, how does that look to you, Sony? And you pony bots out there, how does that look to you out there? You have no in-house games that have no longevity. None. The ones I just named, God of War, The Last of Us. You have no games out there that have no longevity. You have to depend on second and third party publishers to keep you afloat. Since you're such a big mega giant out here in the gaming streets, why is it so hard for you to survive, Sony? Why is it so hard for you to survive? You have no in-house games that does as well as Xbox games. None. Name one. Name one that is still relevant and you can still play that has longevity. Name one. You can't, because you don't have the software that has any longevity. You don't. You don't have no games over there that has longevity. You have to depend on Call of Duty and Activision to keep you afloat, to keep food on the table. Microsoft has played fair with you numerous times. You use Azure Service. They helped you out. Okay? They helped you out with that. You have gotten games that were first exclusive over here on Xbox that your fan base doesn't even play at all. You never hear them talk about any game that we had over here. That you never hear them talk about Cuphead. None of those games that they got over there. None. You don't hear them talk about it at all. They just get mad and jealous because those games came out first over here, And they didn't want them to come out on Xbox. They want them just to be on PlayStation because they feel like they would have been better on PlayStation, but you guys don't play your games. There's a guy that came out and said that you guys have all these consoles out here and you don't buy your games. How does that look to you, Sony? How does that look to you, Ponybots? Because there is true PlayStation fans out here that do play more than Fortnite, Apex, NBA 2K. Those are the only you play free to play games like Fortnite and Apex. You don't even buy and support your company that you tout to the rooftops that is such the best gaming system on the planet and greatness awaits. But you don't support greatness awaits. You don't buy the games. You want everything to be free and everything to be freebie over on your freebie system. That's all you want to do. You don't support Sony. Because if you supported Sony like you guys say you do, they wouldn't be in financial trouble, now would they? They wouldn't be in financial trouble. They have to depend on Call of Duty to keep them afloat. A company that's not even yours or not even in-house over there in the Sony camp. You guys are really looking spooky out here and foolish. Because you clowning the acquisition being blocked doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't do nothing for you. What's it doing for you? What's it doing for you? Nothing. You're just going to go back after you're done clowning and go back on your Roach Motel system, PlayStation 4, and play Apex and Fortnite because you don't have any money to buy any games. You can't even buy your subscription base, your PlayStation Asparagus. You can't even buy that. You can't even do that, man. It's funny to me how you guys act out here. You guys are so stupid out here, man, in gaming streets. You're not true gamers. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. Stop embarrassing yourself out here on social media. It's terrible. You guys are clowns. Like the realists and people that rock out with us, like Toolman and all these knowledgeable guys out here, man, that rock out with us. You know, Smitty Smith. You know, all the guys that rock out with us, man, on our channels that come out with Pure Facts channel. All these guys that come out with facts, man, because they're gamers. You guys are nothing but broken ass trolls that truly, honestly live with your moms and you don't work. You know what I mean? And your mom's probably bought you a PlayStation 4 used, you know, at a thrift store or I don't know, like a hawk shop or whatever, or got it on credit or something, you know, with the credit cards all maxed out, and you're at home, you know, playing free-to-play games because you won't go out there and get a job and support your company like you should. You're talking to a man that's highly invested in the Microsoft ecosystem. Over 1,241 games installed. You guys don't have near what I got. I know you don't. I know you don't. You guys can't afford it. Gaming is a very expensive hobby. All right, but there's ways around that. Microsoft helps you with that. With what? And I'm going to keep saying it. What is it? Ultimate Game Pass. You can afford $14.99, man. And you could play it on your Obama phone, or if you don't want to buy Xbox, you could play it on your Cricket phone or your Obama phone or whatever. You know what I'm saying? They give you options, man. You don't have to buy Xbox Series S or X. Crap, shoot, you don't even have to buy Xbox One now. That's dirt cheap. And why do you guys keep saying that the Series S is holding back gaming? Are you kidding me right now? Are you kidding me right now? The true company that is holding back gaming is Sony and PlayStation. With the PlayStation 4, still being made. Last gen tech that they're still making and bundling games with it so they could try to squeeze a little bit more money out you. You know what I mean? The remake machine. That's all they do is remake games and you guys buy them. You guys are really, really not intelligent out here in the gaming community. You guys are silly clowns, man. And you think that Sony can take down a behemoth like Microsoft? You're bugging. You really are. You're tripping. You really are tripping. They can't touch Microsoft. Even if Microsoft didn't get the deal. Okay? The gloves are off. Big time. There's not going to be any more favors for you. Because you put yourself out there like that. Even if they didn't. Activision's not going to play well with you now if you mess this up. Microsoft's probably not going to play well with you anymore at all. And Microsoft's not going to do nothing but keep buying other game studios. You cannot stop Microsoft from being on top. You can't. It doesn't matter how many game consoles you got. Microsoft Xbox is on top right now. Doesn't matter if they're in third place. For gamers, for true gamers out there, PC brothers, all right? PC brothers that are gamers, they're totally on board with PC Game Pass, all right? The PC brothers are on board now with Game Pass. It's part of Microsoft and Xbox. It's a win-win over here. I've talked to PC dudes. I talked to PC gamers that are only on PC. And they're rocking out that PC Game Pass. They're not even thinking of PlayStation right now. They're rocking out that PC Game Pass, bruh. You know, the PC's on board. We're still going to buy more studios. Microsoft is not near done. Microsoft is big business out here in the tech world. Not just in gaming, in everything else. Microsoft is big business. Okay, Sony isn't. The only thing keeping that company afloat, and you guys, I know you guys hate when we talk about and do these videos. The only thing keeping Sony afloat is the PlayStation. That's it. That's why they're fighting so hard to try to keep this Activision thing off of Xbox. And let's just say for some wild reason that Microsoft really didn't get it. I still believe they're going to get it. Unlimited, E-Rock, He-Bot, Sega Forever, Others Inc., Daya, 100, and the crew over there. A lot of us still believe they're going to get it. Okay? It's just a little bit of a battle right now that they have to fight. But we believe that it's still going to go through. And then what are you going to come out and talk about? What are you going to talk about then if it still goes through? What are you going to talk about? Oh, let's talk about Redfall. Let's talk about Redfall right now, about 30 frames per second. Are you going to rinse and repeat that? Oh, the game came out broken. It's 30 frames per second. What do you have to play over there right now? What are you playing right now that's brand new? Nothing. Nothing. What are you playing? You're not playing anything. You're playing old games, right? Who wants to play old games? You're playing old games over there. Who wants to play old games like God of War? Who wants to play old games like Spider-Man? Who wants to play old games like The Last of Us? Who wants to play old games like, what's that other game you got on over there that you guys so-called play? What's the other one? I forgot the other one right now. I can't think of it right now. Oh, who wants to play Uncharted? Who wants to play old games? Because that's what you're playing now. You're playing old games. You're not playing new IP. You're not. You're not playing new IP. Oh, what are you going to say? What are you going to say to Sega Man? Well, we're playing a new Minecraft Legends. Is that what you're going to say? Wow, you're playing one new game. That you're paying Microsoft for, of course, because it's a Microsoft. Technically, it's a Microsoft game. They bought Mahjong Minecraft, so you're paying us. So that's cool. Enjoy Minecraft Legends, because you're not doing nothing but bringing more money over to the Xbox ecosystem for us to get more games in that sweet Ultimate Game Pass. You dig? That's all you're doing. That's all you're doing. You're out of gas right now. I can't do nothing for you, man. You're out of gas right now. You're gonna try to squeeze every little inkling out of this ABK deal thing being blocked. You're gonna keep going to social media, reading all the bullcrap out there about Microsoft it being blocked, the Activision thing. You're going to go out there, you're going to try to shout to the rooftops again and laugh. Xbox dudes, you need to take this L. You need to take this L, Microsoft. You need to take this L, you Xbotians, you Xbots. You need to take this L. You're the one that is taking the biggest L in gaming history. Because Sony has really showed their true colors out here, and the dude from Activision is pissed. And you guys do not care about that at all. You just care about clowning Xbox brothers that have more games and play more games than you do. You don't even play games. You play the media. You play the social media. You play the company. That's what you play. You don't play any games, man. You don't really play any games. You don't. You know, you want everything for free. You want everything that comes out on Microsoft to be on your system of choice. You know? That's what you really want. You want our games on your platform. And then let's say you got our games. Let's say hypothetically that you got are great games that have longevity. Let's just say you did get them, which you never will. You're not going to play them. You're not going to play them. You're just going to go out on social media, bother Hebot, bother me, bother E-Rock, bother Unlimited, you know, all of us, Sega Forever, 100, we got Gears of War, Xbox guys take this L, That's all you're going to do. Because you don't play games and you can't even afford to buy them. You can't even afford to buy them. Let alone play them. Because you can't afford it. You play all free stuff. That's exactly what you do. Your report card with your PlayStation is terrible. Playing freaking Apex and Fortnite all the time because it's free. You don't even play games. You don't even have gaming knowledge. You just go by what your clickbait channels say. Constantly. Go by what them channels say. Putting stuff in their money in their chat. You ain't doing nothing but making them money. They don't really care about you, dude. Those dudes do not care about you. If they're clowning Xbox, it's just to get you to come over there and get them more clicks and views for YouTube status, man, YouTube fame, and to make money. That's all they care. They don't care about you at all. They don't. They might give you a little shine and say, "Yeah, man, you're right. Xbox sucks, bro. That's what you do. You do you, bro. You do you." That's to get you to keep coming back. Dumbasses. That's all that is. Like I said before I end my video, we're eating good over here. And there's nothing that Sony PlayStation or Sony can do. You can block whatever you want. You're never, ever going to take down Microsoft, Sony. You can't. You're fighting to stay alive for that Activision Blizzard deal not to happen because you need Call of Duty to stay afloat. And Activision knows that. Activision knows that. They're not dumb. They know that. But now you just made it worse. And they don't even care. They don't care if they made it worse. That shows you that they don't care about Activision and what Activision wants to do and support Activision. They don't care about that. They just care about this. They do not care about their consumers. They do not care about the companies that are on board with them like Activision. They don't care about that at all. They just care about the money. That's it. And I know these companies are out here to make money, but there's one thing that I have to say about Xbox, and I'll say, we'll kind of say for Nintendo. They care about their consumers. We get free stuff all the time. All the time. And still support and buy our games. On Ultimate Game Pass, in the store, all of us do. Me and Unlimited talk about it all the time. Hebot, we talk about it all the time. E-Rock, Tuck, Sega Forever, all of us, Other Zinc, Dea, all of us, we talk about it. All the time. Microsoft is the only company, Xbox The Division is the only company out here that has a podcast that they do every Friday with Major Nelson and his crew talking about Xbox. You have Phil Spencer out here talking about he's glad that acquisitions and different things have went through, and he's happy about how a game is coming along and improving that will be out soon. They're always out here. Aaron Greenberg, they're always out here. Sarah Bond, they're always out here talking to their fan base because they respect us and they appreciate us and they keep bringing us games. What is Sony doing for you? How is Sony appreciating you? How are they appreciating you? By blocking a deal? By blocking a deal? Is that bringing you games? By blocking the deal with Activision Blizzard, you pony bots. Is that bringing you any games right now? It's not. It's not doing anything for you right now. It's not doing nothing for you. Nothing. They're worried about that money. They don't care or give a damn about their consumers and their fan base. They don't. You don't never hear about nothing Sony's really doing. Nothing. Not like Microsoft and Xbox. Crap. Shit, not even like Nintendo. You're more quiet than Nintendo is. At least Nintendo does something once in a while. You guys hardly do nothing. You don't do nothing. It's sad, man. It's sad that you guys are out here doing this. It's very sad because you're not gamers, okay? And your days are numbered. Your days are numbered. There is true Sony PlayStation fans out here. I know them. I deal with them. At the exchange I go with, there's a few of them that are Sony PlayStation fans, and they're nothing like you dumbasses out here spreading around toxicity in the gaming. They're nothing like you guys. Nothing. They're just like Sony products and like their games, and they want Sony to do more. They want Sony to do more. They told me this. They want Sony to do more. Because, frankly, some of them are getting tired of it. Tired of their business practices, tired on how they treat their consumers. These are real Sony fans. I don't have to make up anything. I talk to them because they work where I get my games at. Okay? So I know Sony PlayStation fans, and they don't, say, Microsoft's Xbox is dead. Xbox got no games. Employees are leaving Microsoft. What are they going to do? You guys are so dumb out here, man. It's really funny. You guys are dumb out here, dude. You guys are so dumb out here, man. But I'm going to end this video, man. I'm going to tell you what. Xbox will never fall, man. We're never going to fall. We're always going to be out here in these gaming streets. Even if the deal did not go through, you're not going to stop Microsoft or Xbox for acquiring more studios. You're not. They're not in trouble. They have the money. If they want to, they can buy Sony. And you guys know it. Probably cheaper than what they're buying Activision Blizzard. They can buy Sony. So, just to let you know, Sony cannot do anything to Xbox and Microsoft. Doesn't matter how many clickbait articles they put out here about Xbox and talking down on Xbox. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. That's not doing nothing for you guys. It's not bringing you no games. It's not doing anything for over there for you. PlayStation got no games. Okay? It's the truth. PlayStation got no games. They don't have any games, pony bots. But I'm going to get out of here, guys. Alright? So, that was my little rant I wanted to talk about. But you ain't hurting nobody over here, man. We're eating good over here, bro. And we're sitting back laughing at you guys, man, because we just got Redfall. We just got another game that's going to be dropping. You could talk about the 30 frame thing, and it doesn't matter. We got games over here, and it will be 60 frames soon. They'll put a patch in. That's the way it is in technology and gaming. It'll be implemented in. It'll be implemented in. It doesn't. We have more 60 frames per second games and 4K native games than PlayStation 5 could ever have. But yet, you want to talk about our little 30 frames per second problem with Redfall. Please, give me a break. Well, I'm going to get out of here, guys. Peace and love. Xbox for life.